It's Emma. Welcome to this week's vlog. I'm starting this week off Monday night. It's pretty late. Well, it's not that late. It's like 8:30, but as you can see, I'm home tonight. Basically, my apartment has been having so many problems. And tomorrow, very early, they're coming in to do some work and to hopefully fix some of these problems. So I'm sleeping over here, and I'll have to stay here all of tomorrow as well. So that's what's up. But I'm really excited for this week because today's the first day of March. I always love when like the first day of the month lines up with a Monday. It's just very satisfying. But I've just been laying in bed because I'm not feeling the greatest. I'm extremely tired. Anyway, I've been having a few books to keep me company. The first is definitely the Pickwick Papers. I was mostly catching up on this evening because I was a little bit behind, but that is so satisfying. I'm just, I think, 15 pages behind, so I'll catch up on that. I also read a little bit of Legendborn by Tracy Dion tonight because that's our dark academics book for March and April. We decided to extend it over 2 months since it is quite long, and all of us in the book club are also engaged in like other book clubs and stuff, so hopefully that works for everyone. I think it's nice just to have a lot of time. And then something I'm so excited about, I just can't wait to show you guys, is this book. A few people, actually, a number of people sent this to me on Instagram and mentioned it to me. Thank you so much. This is called The Music of the Night. It's by Angela J. Ford, and to the best of my knowledge, it is a fantasy romance inspired by Phantom of the Opera. Look at this. This is everything I've ever needed in my life. So I just wanted to update you guys before I sit down and start this, because that's 100% what I'm doing right now before bed. So I'm gonna let you know how it goes, but I just wanted to start off the vlog, and I wasn't really planning on starting this because I'm reading a lot of things, but I'm just too excited to wait. So good morning. It is Tuesday. I had an okay sleep. Actually, Evie, do you wanna tell them what the problem was? So basically, I don't know if anyone else's pets or dogs or anything have gotten so incredibly needy since the pandemic because they don't know how to be alone anymore, since you always have company. But this little missy, she usually sleeps at like the bottom of my bed when I'm here. Come sit down. We'll tell the story. But this time she literally stood on like all fours and just stared at me like this. And she kept doing that. She would stand up on the bed and come like so close to my face and just stare at me until I let her come up like literally under my arm, until her head was on like my pillow and we were using the same pillow to sleep, right? But even that wasn't enough for her. And so do you remember last night? You literally tried to sleep on top of my face. Like, you put your head like on top of my head. You don't remember? I remember you trying to suffocate me. It was just like Cuddle City because she's so needy now. It was just so funny. I eventually had to kick her out because I just couldn't do it. I couldn't. She just wanted to be like as close as possible, like fusion. It was really cute, but I don't know how she's gonna manage it when like people go back to work and school full time when this is all over, but definitely let me know if like any of your guys's animals have changed, because they're like, they always have company now. Anyway, I kind of have some bad news about this one. Let's talk about it. I basically did no research on this book. I kind of just saw that it was a Phantom of the Opera retelling and bought it. I did look a little bit into Angela J. Ford, and I saw that she has a pretty extensive backlist of fantasy romance. So this being her newest book, I thought it was going to be all right, but I got through a little bit of this last night, about like, I think I got to chapter 2. The writing, you guys. Oh no. It's okay. There's a dog. Anyway, the writing is just awful. It's so awful. It's so awkward and stilted. I don't think she ever learned how to use commas properly. Like, it's that bad. Which is a huge disappointment, and I don't know if I'm gonna actually be able to get through this, because I just sat there last night reading this and cringing. Not cringing at like what you would probably normally suppose would be cringed at in like a Phantom of the Opera fantasy romance retelling, but just cringing at the actual writing, because it's just so bad. Yeah, I don't know what it is about a lot of authors not being able to like use contractions either. Like, it's just so stilted. No one talks like this. And basically the premise for this one is that we're following this girl named Aria, and her father has recently passed away, so she has been sent to live with her uncle Zorik in this town called High Tower. Okay, listen to this. The town is called High Tower. She lives with her uncle in High Tower Castle because he's very rich and well off. I believe she's in the High Tower theater group, because that's like her job, her way to kind of pay her uncle for staying here. I've also found so many typos in this book already, just like spelling of words and stuff like that. I don't know if anyone actually edited this or not, but and then there is this myth and this high tower in the town of High Tower that everyone is scared of because they think it's haunted. They think there's this evil spirit because they can hear like music coming from this tower off on like the shore of like the ocean or the lake where this city is. But it's just like there was no originality. Like, everything is called High Tower, and that's also very confusing. Anyway, so Ari's living in this castle with her uncle, and she performs every night. I think she's a dancer, but what she really wants to do is sing, because her mother was a singer. She never really knew her mother, and it's the Phantom of the Opera story. But basically, she has just spotted in this very like gloomy, atmospheric little town, she looked out her window and spotted like the tower of myth and kind of legend. And so her plan is to go there and ask the spirit to give her singing lessons. That's as far in as I am, but so far just very disappointed with the writing. I'm still a little bit behind in Pickwick, so I'm going to be catching up today. I'm currently 274 pages through, which is pretty good. I think I'm on chapter 22 now or something like that, but I'm still enjoying it. It's just definitely a very long book. It's been a little while since I read a long book. And as for Legendborn, I read a bit of this yesterday, and I'm going to read a bit more of this today. This, like I said, is one of the other book club picks for the Dark Academics, and this follows a girl named Bree, and her mother has recently died in a car accident, and so Bree decides to go with one of her best friends. I think her name is Alice. They decide to go to this very kind of prestigious school because her mother went there, but we find out that Bree's mom didn't want her to go to this school, like, at all. But now she's here because she's like super, super, super smart. She's very outgoing, and the book begins with like this scene where a lot of, I think, first year freshmen, I don't know if it's actually college or if it's like a pre-college credit. I think, is that an American thing? I think so. But it begins with a whole bunch of first years like sneaking out and going cliff jumping, and then immediately we kind of sense that there's maybe some magic in the air because she meets this guy named Selwyn, and there might be something going on with him. So that's literally as far as I am, but I'm gonna be reading more of this today. I also started another book because I really wanted to. I really just wanted to start this book because I think I would really like it, and I am. It's called Remote Control. This is a novella, and it's kind of like a sci-fi. It's by Nady Okorafor, and it's just so good so far. We're set in Ghana, and we're following this 5-year-old girl, and her name is Fatima, and she goes and climbs a tree during a meteor shower, and one of the meteors like falls super close to where she is, and so she picks it up and touches it, and all of this green light seeps into her skin. And then later we find out that she is now my mom's home. Later we find that it's like transformed her into basically like Death's daughter, and she basically now wanders through all of Ghana, and the people fear her because she has these powers. Her name is no longer Fatima, her name is Sankofa, and so she's just, oh my gosh, it's just so cool. She has like this little fox that follows her and stuff like that, so I'm really enjoying that too. But I think they're back, so that means we're gonna go for a walk. Ready? We're sleepy. is now Friday, actually. I just had such a busy, stressful week. It is Friday, it's 12:45 right now. So I thought it was just about time that we could sit down and chat and talk and just have a little catch up because there's just been so much going on. So yeah, I'll go over everything I'm reading in a little bit, but this week has just been quite stressful. I was staying at my parents' house on Tuesday. That was Tuesday. I stayed over Monday night and all of Tuesday, and then I came back here, and there's just been like absolutely so many problems with my apartment recently and the building in general as well, like both having their own problems and stuff like that, so it's just made things quite difficult. I won't go into it really, but there's just it's like a bunch of different things, unfortunately. So yeah, I've just not been getting like hardly any sleep, and I've just been so exhausted because I've had other things on my plate as well, and personal things, work things, and yeah, so that's kind of where I've been. I haven't really been vlogging my days too much, but I'm hoping things will get fixed. They've been in here a couple times, two or three times, fixing some things, so I just hope it'll all get resolved. But I've been living here for almost 3 years now, and yeah, I can't wait to get out. I'm not gonna lie to you, like I like the space a lot, and I've worked really hard to make it cozy and homey and cute, and like I do like it, but just like it's kind of like out of my control. Like the building just has so many problems that like I can't fix. So hopefully in the near future sometime I'll be getting out of here, but that's just that. That's what I've been very like extremely busy with, because I've had to do things in here, and just yeah, oh my goodness. So I've been walking through my days like a zombie, and I've been very just stressed out, and my mental health has just, oh boy. I went off Mr. Bones' wild ride. But yeah, I'm trying to turn things around today. I got up really early. I've been trying to get up a little bit earlier. I've been loving going for just a morning walk, getting out of here, and just getting some fresh air. And this morning I got to see some deer, which was just incredible. I like walked around a corner and they were just right there staring at me. They're so sweet, so cute. And then I came back here, I did some yoga just by myself. I cleaned up, and now I've just gotten ready. I did some emails, and here we are. So on top of that, another thing that's been quite stressing me out, and it's not as stressful, it just makes me feel so sad and so ashamed, and like just to have like an honest chat with you guys. Like I know so many of you feel the same way, and I've talked to so many people, and it's just so helpful to talk about it because I've just linked so much of my self-worth and like my intelligence and my value to education, and particularly to like legitimate academic establishments and like how well I perform there. You guys know I was enrolled in the winter semester, this semester, in one class, and I was vlogging a few days of that in January, I believe. I was taking 19th century literature, which focused on like the individual. It was obviously all online, all through Zoom, and you guys know I've also been dealing with post-concussion syndrome now for a very long time. So unfortunately what has happened with that class is that I've had to drop it, and I've just dropped the semester because I was only taking that one class, and it's just like it's so hard to even talk about because I still feel ashamed, even though I literally like did that to benefit me and my own health and my brain and like what I'm physically able to do at the minute dealing with this. But it's just so troubling and so sad to me that like I still can't separate health and wellness from like my intelligence and my self-worth, simply because I wasn't able to finish this course with the amount of screen time, the amount of writing, the amount of reading, all of the assignments, all of the essays, everything that comes with doing an English degree. At the minute I just wasn't physically well enough to do that, and it's just hard. Obviously, when I did get my concussion back in October of 2019, I had to drop my whole year of school, and like I just kept like fighting and trying to go back to class until eventually in March 2020 I just had to drop out completely, and I lost all my tuition for that year, for the 2019-2020 year, which is still haunting me. But more than that, it is just a feeling of like low. It just makes me feel so bad about myself, and I know saying that doesn't make any sense, because if I broke my leg and I wanted to go play soccer, I would not go play soccer, and I wouldn't attach that to my self-worth. I would just be like, I literally have a broken leg. But because it's like my brain, and because it's education and something like I've literally always put my self-worth into a percentage and how well I perform on standardized testing, which is what I've been brought up my whole life to believe, it's just really hard to let go of, as much as I consciously know that I need to, and that is like the logical right thing to do, is just take care of myself. Which is also why I've just put off discussing it for a little bit, because I've been out of class now for a little while, but I just wasn't really ready to talk about it because I was feeling just so shitty about it. And so like, if you're going through the same thing, if you have an injury, even if you don't, if you're just struggling in this climate with like school as it is right now, just take it easy on yourself, because I know how bad it feels, but there are good things that have come out of it, and there are some bad things that have come out of it. So let's just talk about both. I guess this will just be a very chatty little moment. I just wanted to kind of open up and talk about some things, because I know so many of us are literally going through the same thing right now. So yeah, we can do it. We can do it. Even if it feels bad, we can do it. But yeah, a good thing that's come out of it is that I've now just embraced doing YouTube basically full time, which is so exciting. And the thing with YouTube and not being able to do like an online class or whatever, YouTube, I am very comfortable in my well-being, and it is an extremely flexible job, and I am just so like so thankful and just so over the moon that like it lets me live. And I can say that YouTube is my job, and it does require a lot of work, but like with my brain and with the post-concussion syndrome and just everything that brings, all of those symptoms, all of those problems, it's something that I've learned to navigate. It's something that I know how to do. And so I just thought, would I rather pay tuition to take a course that's gonna make me feel sick, and at the end of the day is literally only 0.5 of a credit, like it's not gonna make me graduate anytime sooner, or would I rather do YouTube, which I know how to balance, and which I'm very familiar with what I can do to manage it in the state that I am right now with this injury that's going on, and that I'm so passionate about and that I just love doing. I don't have to pay for YouTube. YouTube literally pays me. And so for me, it was a very simple decision, and I am very happy with this decision. I'm just so grateful that I get to do this, and I can sit here and talk, and it doesn't make me feel sick, and I can edit my videos via audio files with my eyes closed, and that doesn't make me feel sick, rather than literally like pushing myself and making myself feel so ill trying to write essays and trying to read as much as possible for one course. That what is that going to get me really in the long term? Nothing, because I still have to go back to school next semester. So that's kind of where I'm at with that. But yeah, so I've just really embraced just the YouTube thing recently. I've been uploading a lot. I've been working on a lot of new videos, and I don't know, I hope you can tell that I'm just so happy about it, and I just cherish you all so much. On top of that, like I've just got to make so many new friends and do so many exciting projects, work with companies that I love working with, and just do like really cool things, and like still wake up in the morning and not feel extremely sick that I like can't get out of bed kind of thing. Like it's just been really, really good. On top of that though, like I said, I am still dealing with like feeling bad about dropping one course, because I've just always prized like the student part of myself, and it's very hard to kind of be without that and to know that I'm just not able to do that right now. But it's something like I'm really, really working on accepting and like just doing what I can do, because that's all you can do. And if I'm not able to do something right now, that's okay. That is okay. I also got a lot of comments on my last video that I uploaded, which currently today is like March 5th. I recently uploaded my March TBR and planning what I'm going to read in March. A lot of people commented and were asking, why do you own books? Why do you bother owning physical books if you only listen to the audiobooks? Or saying like, you shouldn't waste your time listening to audiobooks, it's more important to read physically. Or being like, why do you even have a book if you're just going to listen to the audiobook of it? And very simply, it's just because some of us aren't able to. Some of us aren't able to physically read. I know that dealing with the post-concussion syndrome for almost a year and a half now has taught me that people really don't value audiobooks, and they don't think that is a serious way of reading. And I just want to tell you, if you just listen to audiobooks because you like them, if you listen to audiobooks like me because you aren't able to physically read, right now or ever, please do not let anyone ever tell you that audiobooks is not a legitimate form of reading, or it's not a legitimate form of taking in literature, because that's simply incorrect. But just to answer those questions broadly, because some people were super nice about it, I do listen to the audiobooks of a lot of the books I own, simply because I can't read them for myself. Of course, you guys see me reading in some vlogs, and I am able to read for small amounts of time at a day, and it is definitely a question of like asking myself, would I rather go for a walk right now, or would I rather read a little bit, because I can't do both without feeling sick. And so it's like a constant battle each day of like picking what things I want to do in my day, and trying to maintain that like balance where I feel all right enough to do those things. So most of the books that I own, I had before I got concussed, and just because I'm not able to physically read them right now definitely doesn't mean that I don't want to read them any less. And so I'm not going to not read them. I'm going to listen to them. Even if I do own them, I'm still going to listen to them. On top of that, if I do listen to an audiobook and I have the physical book and I am feeling okay on that day, or I feel like I want to push myself, I feel like I do want to read with my own eyes a little bit, I will 100% like do half and half and split it up, and have that audiobook as something that I need to help me. It is something I need to help me. There should be no shame in admitting that at all. And that's totally okay. So sometimes I will read a little bit, then I'll listen to a little bit of it and just go as I feel. So yeah, I just wanted to explain that a little bit. Please don't let anyone tell you that audiobooks aren't legitimate or don't count, because they do. And I don't know what I would do without them. I've said that countless times, but yeah, so that's just kind of where I'm at with everything. Just still trying to stay positive, and there are so many good things that have come out of this. I know a few of you guys have commented saying that you're suffering with a concussion, or you've had concussions, or now you have post-concussion syndrome like me, and I am so here for you. I'm here for you no matter what you're going through, but like just because I know what you're going through, I just wish I could give you a hug, because I would not kind of wish this on anyone ever. I wouldn't wish anything on anyone ever, but yeah, and I just hope you're doing okay. I hope you're taking care of yourself, and yeah. So that is the situation with the apartment and with YouTube. I love YouTube. I'm freaking so grateful for YouTube and for like this, because this is like keeping me sane, keeping me happy, keeping me creative, keeping me motivated. And I just wanted to thank you guys so much again, just for existing and for spending time here, and for everything you do and say and are at wherever you are in life or in the world or anywhere. So that's the situation with school. That is, I do plan to return to school, definitely. I want to finish my degree as long as it takes me, but I know lots of people are in the same boat as well, and it doesn't matter how long it takes you to finish something. It doesn't matter. And yeah, that's the situation with audiobooks, that's the situation with books. Right now, I'm just gonna finish what I was working on, answer a couple of emails. I also want to do something really exciting, because I don't know when you'll see it, hopefully soon. I don't know when I'll be able to get it out, but I'm doing a sponsored video like in the future, and I want to do something like a bit different, and because it is sponsored, I kind of want to like spend some money and do some things for the video with that money, because I have that opportunity to like, you know, make something because I'm getting something. So that's what I'm gonna do, and that involves ordering some books favorite part of my day. I also own physical books because I am 100% hopeful and 100% know that someday, as near or far as it may be in the future, I'm gonna read a book again with my own eyes, front to cover, all in one sitting, and I will be the happiest being on the day that that happens. But for right now, audiobooks. Anyway, so I'm gonna go order some books and then I will get back to you with what I'm currently reading. Alright, so I just sat down and I finished ordering up some books and it is now almost 3:30. It is so bad how long that takes me. It's almost 3:30. I just made some chamomile tea. I might go for a little nap. Maybe I can give you a hint actually for the books that I bought. Most of them are recommendations from you guys, like pretty much all of them are. And I am super excited to read them. Like these are books I want to get to immediately. Like I just want to read them. I don't know if I'll be able to get to them all this year, but maybe we'll try. Anyway, I think I'm gonna go for a nap and then later tonight, maybe like around the dinner rush hour, I'm gonna go out to the store. I'm gonna pick up some cashews, some peppercorns because I'm out of cashews, and for dinner I want to have some cheesy gnocchi, some cheesy vegan gnocchi, and the vegan cheese sauce I always make. Its main ingredient is cashews or any nut really. So yeah, and then I put that with some nutritional yeast, some salt, some pepper, some garlic, some oil, and it's a good time. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. I'm feeling super tired, so I'm gonna go for a sleep, and then tonight I'm actually gonna be getting into a call with my friends, which is gonna be so nice, all of my friends from home, so that'll just be so good. So yes, until then I'll probably show you dinner and stuff too, and I still need to read my pages for today, and I'm probably gonna listen to the Pickwick Papers when I wake up. So good night. Alright, hi, so I just got back from getting cashews and everything like that. Mission accomplished. It's just now gone 5 after 5 almost, so I thought I would do my reading updates because somehow, once again, I've managed to like have 6 books that I'm currently reading. So the first one is still, of course, the Pickwick Papers. Very short update on this guy for this week. I got to page 325. So really making my steady way through this. I still have to read my 15 pages for today, but it's definitely been sliding into kind of a more tedious realm for me as of late. The last few chapters in this have been very concerned with like the law and different little scenarios that Pickwick and his friends find themselves accidentally entangled in concerning the law and lawyers and marriage and stuff like that. So I just kind of wish they would drift away from that for a little bit because I'm a little bit sick of the whole that kind of humor because it's not that funny to me anymore, but I'm still really loving it. Legendborn, I also need to read a little bit more of today. I am only 47 pages through, but so far I'm really impressed by this. I'm really liking it, which I'm so happy about. But so I did mention that we are following Bree. She's attending this program at the University of North Carolina, I believe, with her friend Alice. They've kind of gotten out of their small town, they've escaped, and they're now on this big campus for basically the first time in their lives. But they make a mistake and kind of break a rule on their first night because they go cliff jumping with a whole bunch of freshmen, I believe. I think it's just gonna be so well done, and like already the magic and stuff like that, because when they're watching people cliff jump and stuff like that, Bree has an encounter with this boy named Selwyn, and she accidentally witnesses some magic that she's not supposed to, and kind of gets her first glimpse into who Legendborn or what Legendborn might actually be. So she's now on a mission to discover like what's actually going on at the school, and it's just, I don't know, I'm really liking it. I'm liking the writing, I'm liking just everything about it, and it's really impressing me so far, so I hope it continues to do so. Music of the Night by Angela J. Ford is definitely another story. Oh no, you guys. I'm gonna finish this because I want to see what happens. I don't want to give up on it yet, but the writing is making it almost like unbearable to get through. Definitely the worst writing of the year so far. This takes the cake, and yeah, I don't know, we'll see. And then, because I can't control myself, I started another Rilke. I started a reread of Letters to a Young Poet. I found an audiobook version on YouTube, actually. There's like this whole YouTube channel, I think, that narrates the different letters. So I'm currently still on letter 1, but I don't know, I just wanted to pick this back up. I've been reading that calendar of Rilke every single day, and it's been a while since I've reread one of my favorite books of all time, so I wanted to go back in, kind of wanted to annotate it this time, so for some reason, here we are again. I don't know. I'm also reading 2 other books because I feel like I want to read everything, and I'm having such a good time with everything I'm reading. So the first one is The Lonesome Bodybuilder by oh my gosh, I almost said Yukio Mishima. He did not write this. With Toya, they just have the same initials, sorry. And this is a collection of short stories in very much modern day Japan, kind of chronicling semi-weird happenings and strange things. A lot of them are in the realm of like the fantastical, but put there to kind of discuss very modern issues that people have with gender, with relationships. There's a lot of women's issues talked about in The Lonesome Bodybuilder because the title story is about a lonely housewife who starts bodybuilding and who wants to be a bodybuilder, which is very much something not approved of in modern Japan. And on top of that, her husband, they're having a lot of issues. He doesn't really notice any of these changes. I think I'm on like the 4th story in this collection, and I'm enjoying it. It's definitely, I don't think, going to be a new favorite, and I don't usually get along with short story collections, but I wanted to give this one a go. And then finally, because I've just been wanting to read this book for forever, I picked up Gods of Jade and Shadow by Silvia Moreno Garcia, who wrote Mexican Gothic, which I read last year and loved. This one is also set in Mexico. This time it's 1920s Mexico, and we are following our protagonist who lives at her grandfather's house, and she is basically just their servant. She and her mother live there, and it's kind of like a Cinderella story. She's very much made to clean the house all day, do everyone's chores. She's treated horribly, and then one day she accidentally summons one of the gods of Xibalba, or the world of the dead, in Mayan mythology, and now she's on an adventure with the Lord of the Dead. So I think it's gonna be really interesting. I'm super interested in Mayan mythology, and I haven't read nonfiction about it? I don't think so, but this is just gonna be so fun, so interesting. I'm really enjoying it so far. So that is a pretty lengthy tour of everything I'm reading right now. I don't know why I do this to myself. I just like, it's very fun reading different things at the same time, and I'm just really, enjoying it all. So that is that plus the 2 audiobooks, so that is 6. So very happy with my stack at the minute, and now I'm going to make some cheesy gnocchi. So let's do it. Oh yeah! Oh no. No. That's just right now. How's your March going? Yeah. I almost forgot to mention before I close up this vlog, but I finally, my video, one of the ones I did, a book review for DW Books, Deutsche Welle, I'll leave it up above and below. I did a review about one of my favorite books, Cloud Atlas, and I'm just really so excited that it's finally out because I did that a little while ago, so now I can share it with all of you guys if you're interested. Like I said, I'll put the link to the video here. It's on their YouTube channel as well, so yeah, I'm just very excited to have been asked to come on and review a book because it was so much fun. And yeah, I just wanted to share that too and let you guys know. I think I shared it on my Instagram, but I just wanted to mention it here too. So if you'd like to watch that review, it is there. But yeah, I just had a really good time doing it. Hello, so it's now a new Monday. Today is March 8th. So I'm gonna sign off this vlog and start a new one. It's been a week. It's been a rough week, honestly, but we've survived. And yeah, just thank you guys for this space and for keeping each other company and me company. Maybe I'll do more of these kind of opening up about certain topic rambles, because sometimes I just don't talk about certain things that I want to talk about. But yeah, I'm gonna try to keep doing that in the future because it does feel good, and I really like talking to you guys. So yes, anyway, I'm gonna start a new vlog. I've got a lot of books on the go, so that's what I'm about to do. But I just wanted to thank you so much for watching. I actually just sat down and filmed my Snow Country review, which also feels really good. Got this week off to a really good start, even though there's so much roof work being done. And conveniently, they've just stopped now after I finished filming. But yeah, I've been meaning to get that filmed for a really long time, since January, but I just felt like I wasn't happy with it, wasn't really ready, but it's done now. So hopefully that'll be out to you. Oh, maybe it'll be out to you before this vlog, because I really want to get it out. We'll see. Who knows? Anyway, hope you enjoyed it if you've seen it, and I hope you will enjoy it if you haven't seen it. So yes, okay. I hope you're doing well. Love you guys so much. Yep, that's about it. Ciao.